What's up everybody, Blake, otherwise known as Block A here, and today I've got a new episode for you on the cheapest AMG in the country. Now I've got a series on my SL55, but we're not continuing that series right now. I actually got a new cheapest AMG in the country, and I'm going to flip the camera around here in a minute, show you what it is. And first glance, I think I got myself in a bit of a mess on this one, but I'll let you guys be the judge of it. Let's go. Alright, so here she is guys, 2006 CLS 55 AMG. This has a supercharged 5.4 liter V8 making about 470 horsepower. And in my opinion, this is probably one of the better looking AMGs that they made from this era. Just kind of the slope design of the sedan coupe is what Mercedes called it. Just looks so attractive, makes it look like it's going fast even when it's going slow. It is rear wheel drive and about 3,800 pounds from the factory. But making 470 horsepower, it's still really quick. You can make a ton of power from these engines just by simple mods, put a smaller pulley, a tune on it. It's just as simple as that, and you can get an extra 100 plus horsepower out of it. And with that being said, let's take a walk around of this car and see what kind of condition it's in. Alright, so starting off with the front, just have some dirty headlights, no big deal. All the paintwork and body actually looks really straight, so I'm happy about that. But these wheels are just atrocious. These front wheels are definitely plasti dipped. They're peeling off a little bit. And this wheel is actually bent right here, which I'm sure makes for a bumpy ride. Car is insanely dirty. Looks like somebody took it rally racing and just completely demolished it. There's some rubber on the car right here as if somebody did a reverse burnout. And these tires just look absolutely horrible. Very thin tire, makes for a lot of wheel gap. And these wheels honestly just look nasty on this car. Nasty as in a bad kind of nasty, not a good nasty. Walking around to the back. See, the car looks great from here. Got some mud down here on the exhaust. Everything looks nice and straight. This wheel is the same way. The two rear wheels are a polished black, and the front are a flat black because they're plasti dipped. So the outside not too bad. Other than the wheels and the headlights, I think we're pretty good. It's hard telling what kind of shape the paint is in on the lower half of the car, just with all the dirt that's on it. But let's hop inside and see what we got in here. Alright, so starting off with the door, actually looks like it's in excellent shape. Got some wheel center caps here, junk, their seat down there, and some ripped seats. Alright, so driver's seat's ripping. This doesn't look like too big of a deal. I should be able to get somebody in here and just replace this perforated leather. They're going to have to replace this front piece and this middle piece. Oh, and this back piece as well. They're all ripped. But once we hop in here, we'll see if we got any check engine lights or any warning lights at all. Everything is in great shape. None of the buttons have any wear. We do have heated seats. And turn those on, it's kind of cold. But we're going to start it up and see if we got any warning lights. God, that's loud, but it sounds good. Check coolant level. Hopefully it's not too low. We'll take a look at that in a second. Low fuel, washer fluid. Alright, not too bad. Not too bad at all. No check engine lights. Tire pressure's not even low. And we got low coolant, so let's hop out and check that out. Alright, so we got our coolant tank right here. Under the engine bay, it actually looks fairly clean, to be honest. There's a handprint over there on the engine, just a dirty handprint, somebody working on it. Other than that, it doesn't look too bad. Let's see how low this coolant is. Well, that's not too bad. It's definitely a little low. If we just add a little bit to it, it should be fine. So what I got here is my old trusty AutoZone antifreeze and coolant. It's already mixed, and it also mixes with any color antifreeze. You don't have to add any water. So we're just gonna pour some of this in there. We're gonna risk it and not use a funnel, but I'm pretty much a pro at this by now. Didn't spill a single drop, look at that. Practice makes perfect. Alright, now that our coolant is topped off, there's really not much else for us to do besides go drive it. Alright, so now that we got the coolant topped off, we're going to shut the hood and take it out for our first drive and see how it drives. Make sure it's got plenty of power. I'm sure the ride's going to be a little rough with that bent wheel, but no problem. At least we can see the performance is there. The rear tires are a little bald, so I'm sure we won't get much traction, but oh well, let's go. So first impressions are pretty good. The car drove nice, had a ton of power. The only downside is this wheel. I can really feel it just shaking the whole car. And unfortunately, the car is so loud that with you guys in there with me, you just can't hear anything. Just under accelerating, just normal driving. The cabin's just too drony, and the camera can't hear anything. I think somebody did some modifications to the car to make it quicker. Obviously the exhaust, or thereof, no exhaust. I don't think the car has any mufflers or anything. Haven't got to get underneath it, but we'll do that in another episode. But the car felt extremely fast. I have the SL55 in the background, which is supposedly 500 horsepower from the factory. This 470, and it's a little bit heavier. And honestly, this feels way faster. I don't know if somebody has done a pulley on it and a tune, but this thing is quick. When I first saw the car, I thought I was just going to have just a pile of junk, just with how dirty and just a mess it is, and the seats are ripped. I assumed somebody didn't take good care of the car, but first drive, seems healthy, has a ton of power, and I don't think it's as bad as I was expecting it to be. So yeah, once we get it cleaned up, gotta fix a few things. As of right now, it doesn't look like we have to do anything to the drivetrain. Exhaust is a little loud, but I think we can deal with that. Everything just works. I mean, this car is 13 years old now, and you'd expect things to not work. You'd expect it to drive horrible, but my heated seats work, the heat works, the AC works, all the steering wheel functions, your cruise control, all of it's there. So I'm happy about that. No check engine lights, but I know the biggest question here is how much did you pay for it? So this being a 2006 CLS 55 AMG, there's another one locally here in town. They're asking about $18,000 for it, and mine's only got 99,000 miles on it, so it's not super high, it's not super low. It's about average. Retail, these seem like they're bringing about 13 to 16 grand. I've seen them as cheap as 12. Mine, being the cheapest one in the country, I got this baby for 9 grand. That's right, 9 grand, 470 horsepower, 4.2 seconds to 60 mile an hour, and I think we did pretty good. Body's in great shape. Got to clean some things up here and there and fix a few things, but overall the important thing is that the car runs great, no mechanical issues as of right now. Yeah, there you are, guys. Thank you for watching. Cheapest CLS 55 AMG in the country, and if you like what you see, please subscribe and tune in for next video. Next time we're going to be cleaning it up, and we're going to try to make this car look like new. I'm going to order some tires, wheels and tires, but we'll see. You'll have to subscribe and tune in for next time.